Right now on Up with KREM, Nick Rolovich plans to take the Cougs to court after losing his job to the vaccine mandate.
As we head into the next few days, an atmospheric river sets up, and that brings us some significant rainfall in the next week ahead. I'll walk you through just how it all plays out.
The one thing I am anti is these mandates.
Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich says he's pro-vaccine but anti-mandate. This morning, the recruiting message he's sharing on social media.
A national team giving a helping hand as local hospitals struggle to handle a never-ending stream of COVID patients.
And it just has been relentless for over 18 months.
Up with KREM begins now with Tim Pham, Channing Curtis, and Jeremy Legoo.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us on this Thursday, also known as Friday Eve, Baby Friday, whatever you like to call it, one day closer to the weekend. And today is potentially our only break from the rain showers the rest of this week. So we want to get outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, who is in the Outdoor Weather Center, letting us know how to prepare for the rain ahead. And you're getting a behind the scenes look right now at the Outdoor Weather Center. Hey there, Jeremy.
Fancy.
I know, you see all the lights? I bet you people didn't realize that there are a dozen lights out here lighting me up and making it look all fancy. So it looks like this. How cool is that? That's actually just a green wall that I get to point at and pretend that I can see what's going on in there. So when I go something like this, oh look, it's 45 degrees. You go, wait, he's just pointing at green? Yeah, kind of cool, huh? Winds out of the east at 6 miles per hour. And it's a nice calm wind and cloudy skies for a lot of us as temps fall into the mid to low 40s early on this morning. We've got a storm churning off the coast, and that's eventually going to hit us, but right now, kind of the calm between the two, between yesterday's action and tomorrow's action. We catch a couple of clouds, but for the most part, it's all about temperatures on the rise. We are going to get that push of clouds kind of taking over, but do expect a mix of clouds and sun as we head into the afternoon before a lot of rain moves in on Friday. Friday is a day of rain, and at times that rain is going to be heavy. So as Tim and Channing mentioned, maybe the umbrella, maybe the raincoat, and for me, it's probably even going to be the rain boots because you got them, flaunt them. As we move through the morning, temps are going to fall into the low 40s, but then climb into the mid 60s later on this afternoon. We're going to go ahead and call it partly sunny skies, partly sunny to partly cloudy. It's kind of that realm. It's a mix of clouds and sun is what I like to say. Mid 60s today, but buckle up. Cooler, wetter weather is on the way.
Former WSU football head coach Nick Rolovich is planning to sue his former employer. So we've been covering this story for months now on Up with KREM.
Now this lawsuit comes after WSU fired Rolovich for refusing to get the COVID vaccine and denying his religious exemption. So Rolovich claims his devotion to the Catholic faith is his reason for not taking the vaccine. However, Pope Francis has urged everyone to get vaccinated.
An employment attorney says it will be tough for Rolovich to get a judge to side with him on the religious exemption.
The law is that the employer only has to show a small amount of hardship or inconvenience, what's called a de minimis harm. And here, with COVID being potentially lethal, it's going to be, I think, pretty easy to show that an unvaccinated person poses a greater risk than a vaccinated person to staff, students, other faculty, etc.
Rolovich's attorney also claims WSU Athletic Director Pat Chun wanted Rolovich fired long before the vaccine mandate was in place. Meanwhile, Gonzaga's head basketball coach Mark Few pleaded guilty to driving under the influence.
Last month, Few was stopped by a Coeur d'Alene officer after he was called in for driving erratically and speeding. Now, the police report says Few had several signs of intoxication. The coach is ordered to pay a $1,000 fine and must also complete 24 hours of community service by February.
Few's license was also suspended 2 weeks ago for 90 days. However, a judge will allow him to drive to and from work starting on November 5th.
An ignition interlock system will also be added to his car. So this means he'll have to prove that he's not drunk before his vehicle can even operate. Mark Few has released a statement saying he was sorry and that this will not happen again.
time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Spokane police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened Wednesday morning. This is the same shooting that we broke on Up with KREM yesterday. So police were called out to a West Central neighborhood after people were reporting they heard gunshots. When officers arrived, they found a body in the middle of the road on West Boone Street. Now, police have not identified the victim yet, but of course we'll bring you the very latest information on our website, KREM.com, and the KREM 2 mobile app.
WSU football player Brandon Gray, who was shot and wounded at a party in Pullman last month, was released from the hospital. Pullman police are continuing to investigate the shooting. They are asking for the public's help with identifying 7 people. These people are not suspects. Police, though, believe they may have information that could help with the investigation. If you can identify any of these people, contact the Pullman Police Department.
Another fire department is losing firefighters due to the state vaccine mandate. The Moses Lake Fire Department lost 3 of their 36 firefighters. The 3 let go all had their exemptions approved, but the city did not offer them accommodations.
We're going to see times where we're not going to have enough staff units to be able to respond to every call that gets called in. There's times now that we have to use mutual aids to come in, but they're already short-staffed as well.
The union created a petition on change.org to bring back its firefighters. In a press release, the city says it needs every penny of its reserve funds to bolster up the infrastructure of the community, not in fighting lawsuits. Well, Chad Daybell's trial is officially moving to another county in southern Idaho. He's accused in the murder of the deaths of his current wife's children and his late wife. The Idaho Supreme Court ruled this week that his trial will happen in Ada County. Now, the jury will also be picked there. His wife, Lori Vallow, is also facing charges, but her trial is on hold since the court found her mentally unfit for trial. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Chad Daybell. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
Well, history is being made this week at Seattle Center. After 3 years of renovation, the new Climate Pledge Arena is ready to welcome thousands of screaming Kraken fans and concert goers. Some fans were even treated to a concert before Coldplay takes the stage on Friday. But today is the official ribbon cutting for the billion-dollar arena. Our sister station in Seattle shows us inside.
Officials at Climate Pledge Arena gave local media one last sneak peek inside before the Kraken season opener Saturday night. So what do you get for $1.15 billion, the final price tag for the renovation of Key Arena?
It was an engineering marvel. We had to really put this 44 million pound roof up on stilts so we could excavate 600,000 cubic yards out, bring the bowl down to the level. So you really enter this building at the upper concourse. The majority of the arena is subterranean.
The walls inside most arenas are bare. Maybe they've got displays of famous athletes who played there. At Climate Pledge, multiple walls are breathtaking art displays. One has rotating parts that make it appear like leaves falling when you walk by. Another looks like the Seattle skyline from one angle, but the Kraken logo from another. The team calls this the Instagram wall, an especially green area where they expect lots of people to take lots of selfies. In the team's locker room, the Kraken logo is on the ceiling, not the floor, so nobody breaks superstition by stepping on it. And of course, if you look down, you'll still see the old Key Arena roof. Preserving that may have been the biggest trick of them all.
The engineering feat that was is the most remarkable engineering in the history of the facility business. We have 1,000 people here for our facility conference this week. That's a huge topic because the people that do this for a living are like, how the heck did you guys do that?
Right now, crews are setting up for the official inaugural concert Friday. Coldplay will play from a stage in the center of the floor. Then they have about 12 hours to take that out and lay down the ice so the Kraken can finally be released on Saturday night. From Seattle, I'm Steve Bunin, King 5 News.
Well, stick around. Coming up after the break, we're talking a big shift in the weather pattern. We're talking a lot of rain in the days to come. I'll walk you through how much I think we're going to get.
These items were found in an area that up until recently have been underwater.
Brian Laundrie has been missing for almost 2 months, but investigators found human remains next to items from the main person of interest in Gabby Petito's murder.